Mined, crushed, and heated, it could yield billions of barrels of liquid energy. Smaller quantities of synfuel may be derived from a pesky river-clogging weed, the water hyacinth, along with grains, recycled wastes, and other biomass resources. Coal, perhaps the most abundant of fossil fuels. It is mined primarily to generate electricity, a growing demand for the years ahead. And one day, it too may yield large amounts of synthetic oil and gas. Over 1/4 of the world's coal is located in the United States. That's energy equivalent to more than twice the Middle East oil supply. Sometimes coal is hidden deep in the earth. Other times, it lies near the surface. Here, the overlying soil and rock must first be removed to reveal the coal deposits below. Then it is replaced and replanted, a massive reclamation project to help bring the land back to life. Another environmental demand on coal is also important. While some is clean burning, some requires precipitators, wet scrubbers, and other new technologies, costly but necessary systems designed to reduce emissions to harmless water vapor. Other sources, even small ones, may also help meet tomorrow's growing demand for electricity. From the Earth's great underground cauldron, the power of geothermal steam. From the wind, age-old power to drive the windmills of tomorrow. From the restless sea, power from driving waves, tides, and changing temperatures. And from the awesome force of moving and falling water, hydroelectric power. Nuclear energy, controversial, but still a significant source of electricity. Chicago, for example, gets more than half its electric power from nuclear plants. And around the world, France, Germany, Japan, and many other nations are continuing to develop nuclear power as part of their energy bridge to the future. Some countries are also moving ahead with a new process, the breeder reactor, which actually creates more fuel as it operates. Within 2 decades, nuclear energy will probably contribute about 1/4 of the world's electricity. Unlimited electric power for tomorrow. Is it a fantasy? A pipe dream? Scientists at Princeton and other research centers don't think so, as they inch toward the process of the stars, nuclear fusion. The challenge? To fuse hydrogen isotopes at temperatures exceeding 180 million degrees. The potential exists for a real breakthrough to one day harness this inexhaustible new energy source. From the sun itself comes another potential for the future, solar energy. Solar heating and cooling are already in limited use. By the next century, research will hopefully lower the cost of converting sunlight directly into electricity. Epcot's Energy Pavilion provides a showcase for today's solar technology. More than 80,000 photovoltaic cells have been installed on the roof. When exposed to sunlight, they generate electric current to help power your traveling theater cars. So, in a sense, you've been riding on sunshine throughout our show. In our ever-changing world, the road to tomorrow's energy is indeed long, complex, and challenging. It demands the development and wise use of today's energy resources. It calls for practical and affordable new sources for tomorrow. And it will require the combined efforts of science, industry, government, and the public. Then we will indeed bridge to the future, to a world which one day may harness the entire universe of energy.
10, 9, 8, ignition sequence start, engines on.
Here we go through the universe of energy. Feel it grow, see it glow. It's the universe of energy. Come through time, set the course, sail the wind down the source, from the sea to the skies. There's a force beyond our eyes. Here we go through the universe of energy. Feel it grow, see it glow. The universe of energy. Cross the bridge, venture bound. There's a flame on the ground. From the sea to the skies, there's a force beyond our eyes. Feel it flow, here we go, through the universe of energy.
I like that dinosaur.
Destination today, the 21st century.
Hey, that's some destination.
My wife's right. Wait till you see the new towns of tomorrow. Desert farms and floating cities, even colonies in space. But you know, this isn't exactly the first time anyone's tried to make this trip. People have been dreaming about the future for centuries. Well, here's the stuff dreams were made of several hundred years ago. Yeah, it's always fun looking back at tomorrow. Come on, I'll show you what I mean. There's the grand old man himself, Jules Verne. This is the way a moonshot looked to him back in the late 1800s. Old Uncle Jules may not have had all the answers, but he had the right idea.
He was just a little ahead of his time.
People have painted some pretty fantastic views of the future.
And some pretty mixed up ones, too.
Easy living. It's always been just around the corners.
We're just in time for the matinee.
Yeah, looking back at tomorrow through the movies of yesteryear.
Progress can be accurately checked on a synchronized scanning map. With no driving responsibility, the family relaxes.
Look, future from the 50s.
A bit far out, don't you think?
I guess so. But we always thought the future would be kind of fun.
I suppose people have always dreamed of the future. We sure do.
The only difference is that today, with what we know and what we're learning to do, we really can bring our dreams to life. It takes a lot of work, but the truth is, if we can dream it, we can do it.
Tomorrow's horizons are here, today.
Colonies in space, habitats where people live and work. This is no distant dream. We're at the threshold now. A computerized universe. Landsat photography, providing vital data on agriculture and ecological concerns. The cityscape, a living tribute to our richest resource, people. Here's a new kind of cityscape, the microprocessor, an entire computer on a tiny silicon chip. Crystals, inspired by nature, now engineered by man for an ever-growing role in microelectronics. The world of liquid space, oceans of minerals and food ready to fuel tomorrow's needs. The DNA chain. Life's molecular blueprint. Decoding its secret is leading us to dramatically improved health. What you've just seen are the building blocks for the future up ahead. And while it may look fantastic, remember, it's all possible.
That's right.
And we ought to know. We live there. Come on, take a look at 21st century living. On land, at sea, and even out in space. But let's start off at our place.
talking to our daughter in the desert. That little girl and her husband are hungry. Like music? Mark right there has a good ear. That's our daughter she's talking to. She's doing wonders out there on one of those desert farms. I wrote this myself.
Yes. How did you and Daddy ever survive us? Oh, that reminds me, we both love the solar berries.
I'm happy to hear that. Tell you.
Isn't it something? Send the city kid to college for 7 years and what happens? Isn't it something? Send a city kid to college for 7 years and what happens? She becomes a farmer.
Oh, I think agricultural engineer is a little more like it.
Okay, but me, I'll take the city.
Yes, it's always exciting.
But hey, with today's transportation, we're just minutes away from our kids. Look at that, will you? A few years ago, this was all barren desert. No crops, no irrigation. Quite a transformation.
Well, I'm not surprised. I can see the storm from here. Even the robots see it. Stand by, harvesters.
I mean real showers.
I believe it. Thanks for the warning. All harvesters, suspend irrigation.
You know, this really makes me proud.
And you wanted her to go to law school.
But do you suppose it's no fun of the city?
I think they get their share right here.
Right up.
Just candles. Birthday candles.
Candies?
Never on hand. Don't give me lots of love.
Did you say balloon? Are you in class? Well, if you are, what I need to tell you. Ice cream for the past few years.
Very funny.
No, just candles. Birthday candles.
I know it's a party.
Wait, don't give me that love.
Well, why would I play? You want somebody to be over that.
Shouldn't your granddaughter be studying instead of flirting with that beach boy?
He is not a beach boy. He's studying marine biology there on the floating city.
That Sunset Express heads for the desert. We'll be on it.
You better be. Every 10 minutes.
I'll be there.
Now, you're all good things about not worrying about your swimming at all. And I know this isn't your first dive, but tell me, what's your most important tool underwater? Wrong, Rover. It's judgment. You must use good judgment. And what else must you do, Snow?
Swim safely. Follow your diving rules.
And never horse around while diving. Never. Don't even see horse around. Okay, class.
There's always been something sort of mysterious about our oceans. We knew they were filled with valuable gifts for us.
Yeah, water and seaweed.
Very funny. But seawater has become an excellent source of energy, as well as being valuable for desert irrigation. And kelp,
Seaweed.
kelp is a tremendous source of low-cost fuel. Oh, we found lots of good things under our oceans.
And don't forget space. We found lots of good things out there, too.
this world. Let's take a quick look around. These space colonies are out of this world. Let's take a quick look around.
Now there's the new frontier. Now there's the new frontier.
Don't mention new frontiers to our daughter. She'll want to move her family up here.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Now there's my speed. Sports and exercise in zero gravity.
It looks like fun.
It is once you get the hang of it.
Don't get caught in the pony. We don't want to lose him.
Hey, Mom, what if he just floats away?
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom, what if I just float away?
Then your father will get you as soon as he manages to get your shoes.
What about the pony?
Oh, now that's really lovely.
Practical, too. Just think, materials from space for all kinds of industries back on Earth. And that.
Uh-oh. We gotta run.
Time for our grandson's party?
Uh-huh.
We'll catch up to you later.
I think he looks a little like me. He does not. He's beautiful.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daisy.
Attention please. Horizons 1 Earth Shuttle now available for boarding at Gate 22. Final boarding call for Horizons 1. Attention please. Horizons 1 Earth Shuttle now available for boarding at Gate 22.
Attention, Horizons passengers, this is Mission Control. You are cleared to choose your flight plans back to the future port. Please look down at the lighted panels in front of you. Press one of the three ride choices, space, desert, or undersea. Everyone can choose. Majority rules. All passengers, make your selections now. Back from the future.
Oh, it went by so quickly.
Yes, but one of the nice things about traveling into the future is that the journey's just beginning.
That's right.
And I'll tell you something. If we can dream it, we really can do it. And that's the most exciting part.
From all of us at General Electric, thanks for exploring horizons. Now, please take small children by the hand and watch your step onto the moving belt. The belt and your vehicle are traveling at equal speed.
The belt and your vehicle are traveling at equal speed. Please look down and take young children by the hand as you step out onto the moving belt. The belt and your vehicle are traveling at equal speed.
Your vehicle doors close automatically. Please keep your hands and arms inside your vehicle and remain seated while driving. Thank you. Your vehicle
General Motors is now inviting you the open road to discover that which comes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wonderful world of motor. General Motors now invites you to travel the open road to discover that when it comes to transportation, it's always fun to be free.
the age of the Renaissance. Great minds are turning from works of art to flights of fancy. From hot air to the power of steam, now nothing stands in the way of progress. Mobility is the byword of modern transportation. A way to move from here to there for every need